Sorry about that, guys. Welcome to the Lake to Lake Girls. We are your hosts, Amanda and Tiffany.
I look super blue. Don't I?
Yeah, you look blue.
Yeah.
I kind of look like purple. It's our background.
Yeah, like more than usual.
A little bluish.
Anyways,
were you a Smurf in a previous life?
Exactly.
It is the last. Well, no, it's not. We have one more week of January.
Mm-hmm.
Can you believe how fast this is going? I feel like there's just about 2 months left of winter.
I always, thank God.
You're not the only one I hear saying that.
I feel like January always goes by really fast for some reason because you're like getting back into school and work. You know, getting back into the routine of things.
And then February, which is Valentine's Day, coming up. And hint, hint, if you're a dude.
It's February 14th, for those of you who may not know or remember.
Like, women are always know when Valentine's Day is. Whether you have a Valentine or not, you know. Because you're like, oh my God, I'm going to hate this day because I don't have a date.
Singles Awareness Day. Yeah.
And then if you do have a Valentine, you're like, oh my God, I wonder what he's going to get me. I wonder how he's going to sweep me off my feet today.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, it's so close.
It's so fraught with expectation. It's awful.
It is. It's bad. I said for Valentine's Day, because, you know, I'm in a relatively new relationship within the first year. 7 months. And I was like, you know, let's just keep it easy. It's so close to Christmas, and it's so close. Like, his and my birthday are right there, and I'm like, all right, let's just do dinner and, you know, hang out, and if we want to, like, make, like, we can go to dinner, we can make dinner.
Yeah.
I have to have a card. That is my expectation.
Nice. I'm glad. It's good to outline.
Yes, I love a card. I always have to have, regardless of any kind of situation.
Yeah.
Like you learned really early on that I love cards.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love getting cards.
Yeah.
But I was like, let's just keep it low key, keep it simple. And then he's like, no, we can't do that because then you're going to do the girl thing and it's going to be your first Valentine's Day. And you're going to be like, and your friends are going to be like, what did you do for your first Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
And you're going to be like, oh, we went to dinner. And I got a card.
No, that's nice, though.
I would say that's exactly what I asked for. It's all I asked for. He goes, no. So now I have no idea what we're doing. But
I feel like he's speaking maybe from past experience.
Maybe.
So, like,
probably.
You know what I mean?
Totally doing the girl thing. All right. Well, I'll buy that. I'll bite that. I'll take what I can get.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't say no to it.
I am a hopeless romantic, so it's okay. It's not like I'm going to say no to it.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
What about you? What is the expectation of women? Because this is more of a woman's holiday. What do you get the guy?
Well, you know, it's interesting because, you know, how you're saying this is like your first Valentine's Day in this relationship. In the relationship I'm in, my first Valentine's Day, he sent like a dozen roses to my work, and it was like, you know, it was really nice. We didn't. We didn't.
No, I'm getting expectations.
We didn't go out to eat because I think I had class. It's when I was still in grad school, and but that was really nice. But then last year I didn't get them, and I was like, what the heck? So you know what I mean? That first Valentine's Day, it sort of like sets the tone for the rest of the relationship, or like sort of like what your expectations are. Because I had no idea. I did not expect that whatsoever when he sent the flowers. Like, it was so nice, but I totally didn't even think. I honestly didn't even think he'd like do anything. I had zero expectation, and then, you know, it was really nice. And then the next year we didn't do anything. So it was a little disappointing. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh well, I got this, and then the next year,
like, it's not a big deal, you know, because, you know, your relationship isn't, you know,
new,
based
fresh.
No, it's like, it's not based off like one day of the year, you know.
You guys know how you feel about each other.
Exactly. Like,
how early on was in the relationship? Because you were a summer relationship, weren't you?
Yeah. So
you guys were pretty close to a year.
Yeah.
Kind of like me.
Yeah. So like probably like 8 or 9 months. Yeah. First Valentine's Day. I don't remember what I got. I don't even know if I got him anything. I may have gotten him a card. I can't remember.
For the first Valentine?
Yeah. I don't. It was a while ago.
I have no idea. Like, am I supposed to do something?
I don't know. I think I got pizza, actually. I think, or maybe that was the second one. Oh, God, I don't even know how long we've been together now.
Is this a good thing or
they're
bad?
getting all mixed up. The Valentine's Days are getting mixed up. You know what, though? A homemade Valentine's Day card is like, that is like the best thing ever.
I would take a homemade Valentine's Day card.
Because I have to say, and this was actually from my ex, he made me, back in college, the guy I was dating, made, like, a homemade Valentine's Day card, and it was super sweet, and, like, I actually still, I still have it, actually. Yeah. Not because, like, I'm
feeling for him.
Hung up on it or anything, and that's probably, like, the one thing I saved from that relationship, but, I don't know, it was really nice. Yeah, like, the fact that someone would, like, take the time to,
everybody
like,
has keepsakes from previous relationships, whether it be pictures or whatnot, they're still there.
Yeah. And I don't really tend to keep a lot from past relationships because they always tend to crash and burn. And you know what I mean? You're like, I don't want no memory of this. Yeah, but that was like one of the few, one thing I did keep. So if anyone's looking for an idea, a homemade card. Yeah. You put a little thought and effort into it.
I'm seeing a lot of stuff on Pinterest. Like, there's this one idea where I can't use it because I'm not away from him.
Like long distance?
Yeah, it's envelopes that you give to him that, like, are labeled, open me when you think of me, open me when you're sad, open me when you're happy, open me, like, when this happens and this happens and this happens. So you don't open them, you keep them all, and then it has, like,
I think I've seen something like that before. I love Pinterest, but...
So do I, I'm
That's
obsessed.
Awesome. That's an awesome idea because actually my boyfriend's going to be doing an internship over the summer, probably far away. So he's going to be gone for like 12 weeks, which is like 3 months. So I'm going to have to...
The whole summer?
Yeah. It kind of sucks. That could be a topic for a different time, but, he has to do it to graduate from college. So he's got to do what he's got to do.
You know what?
But I'm going to keep...
I think every relationship should be tested like that.
Actually, I think, because, I've been thinking about it a lot, too, and it's only 3 months. Mm-hmm. It's not, like... indefinite, it's not like
you can't go see him.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I don't even know where he's gonna end up yet. He might be like in New York City, or he might be in California. Like we don't know yet. But that's true. I think it is a good test of a relationship, especially when you've been going out for a couple of years. Mm-hmm.
See how strong you are.
Yeah, exactly. So
when you're apart, do you grow together and stronger, or do you grow apart?
Yeah, exactly. So, but I like that idea.
Isn't it cute?
I'm going to have to remember that.
I will remind you, because I think it's absolutely adorable, but I have no way to apply it.
Oh, no. That actually might be, like, a really cute, like, anniversary gift for someone. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean?
That's true, too.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think that's a good idea.
Huh.
Yeah, so we're talking about relationships today.
Yes.
I think one of our favorite topics.
It is one of our favorite. Yeah. We're females. Come on now.
I know. we like to analyze.
Overanalyze and take a simple comment and turn it into a whole new story. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is our MO.
Yeah.
All right. How do we want to kick it off?
Do
you want to kick it off with the questions?
Yeah, or the dating website.
Either one, I'm game.
Okay, well, let's do I have the article up for the dating website, so we'll do that first.
All right, do it.
So I'm on glamour.com, and they have great articles, and a lot of, like, thought-provoking ones, and this one is about, would you ever go for a part-time relationship? And...
which we don't even know what a part-time relationship technically means.
Yeah.
What are you FWBs?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what is that? So anyways, what it is, this article is about, it's about a dating website called parttimelove.co.uk. So it's a dating website based out of the UK.
Parttimelove.
Yep, .co.uk.
UK.
So the whole angle of this...
Join now for free.
Ooh. So the whole angle of this, it says it's not about a no-strings hookup site, nor it's not about finding the one like eHarmony or like Match.com might be. It's about singletons who want the sparks and fireworks of a genuine love affair and the regularity of a committed partner, but don't have the time for conventional full-time partnership. They're likely to include single parents, new divorcees, the career-focused, and those who travel a lot. So this was like the blurb like the little PR piece sent out by...
Do you want me to read what's on the website?
Yeah, what does it say?
It's based on the book Screw the Fairy Tale.
I've never heard of that book.
Me either, by Helen Croydon. This site is designed by Helen based off of the book. Mm-hmm. And it's got a bride on it with, like, screw this.
Screw the fairy tale. That sounds a tad bitter, if you ask me. Yeah.
It says, it's for people seeking the meaningful romance, but for whatever reason don't have time or the circumstances aren't right to invest full-time 24/7 relationship. We are not asking for no strings website. We are looking for singles, for regular partners with mutual attraction, genuine friendship, respect, and a magical spark, but whom have no expectations of moving in after 3 months and value their free time and independence.
All right, so I see where they're going with this. I see...
There's no such thing as no strings.
Yeah, so I see what they're trying to be like. So say, for example, you're a business person, man, woman, whatever, and you have to travel overseas a lot for work. You know, your schedule's super inconsistent. I don't know, you're in the CIA. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, you're a doctor, you work crazy hours, but you want to have a relationship with someone. You miss that sort of, maybe you feel like something's missing in your life, and you want, you know, on your time off, someone to, like,
cuddle with
and, like, do those relationship things with. So,
but don't want to deal with all the drama. Basically, you're getting...
But yeah, so what is that? Honestly, it strikes me as kind of sad, because personally, I'm not the type of person who can just half fall in love with someone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like...
And what happens if you do fall in love with that person? That person is not expecting that whatsoever.
Yeah, and another thing, too, like, at least with this type of website, if you're going to this, you sort of know what the expectations are up front. Mm-hmm. Like, so I get that, but at the same time...
You don't know
I feel
when
like
you're
it's
gonna
sort
fall
of...
in love.
Yeah, like, I feel like it's... Love is not, like, you're in love with someone... or you're not. You can love someone and not be in love with them. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But I feel like love is one of those things where you're in love with that person.
You are in love with that person.
Or you're not, kind of thing.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts, in betweens. You don't, and for the record, you can't be in love with two people at the same time. That's my opinion. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree. Because I know people who would disagree with you, though.
Oh, I know. You can't, but I firmly believe you cannot be in love with two people at the same time. One, because you fell in love with the second person for a reason. Yeah. You were not in love with that person, but, I mean...
Something's missing.
Something was missing. You weren't truly in love with that person.
Yeah.
So you found someone who filled that void and was now that person you're in love with.
Yeah.
So I don't think that there's any way of being in love with two people at one time.
Yeah, I don't see myself doing it. what was it on? It was like 60 Minutes or something like that, where they did this thing on polyamorous couples. Mm-hmm. And it was the web of who they're involved with is very confusing.
There's a show on TLC or something with it, with one guy and like 6 wives.
Yeah, well that's polygamy, but this is a little different than that. Polyamorous is where you have multiple partners. Say like this one family they talked about. There's 3 people that live in a household, a man and wife, and then their girlfriend. I think it's his girlfriend, but then it gets a little weird. But then, just hang on. But then, like, the woman has, like 5 boyfriends and girlfriends, and they all, it's very complicated. I'm like, I don't know how you keep it straight.
I feel like that sounds like the happenings of an orgy.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, but it's like their lifestyle.
I'm sleeping with that person, sleeping with that person, but sleeping with that person.
Yeah. It's a whole community. It's not for me, I can tell you that.
How does one find other people that are like that?
Websites, I would assume.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a website for part-time dating.
But if there's communities for it, like, you have to move into this community and be a part of this.
Well, I don't mean like a housing project.
No, I know what you mean, though, but you have to be, like, in the vicinity of other people.
You know.
That's weird. But, I mean, if it's what you like, if what you want, I mean, that allows you to be with multiple partners all the time. Yeah. So I guess you're not going to get bored.
Yeah. It just seemed like it was funny because they, like, went along and did,
a family tree,
who's involved with who, and it was just, like, it was
kind of like a family tree, but not.
Yeah, it was...
It's a web of sex.
Yes. And so anyway, we're getting a little off track. back to part-time dating. Hang on, where was it?
Soft part-time love.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would ever find myself going on a dating site like this. Part-time.
I would have to agree.
.com or what? Yeah, part-time love. But there are dating websites for every, like, seriously, like, every single niche that you can think about. And some of them are quite gross, to be honest.
Like fetishes?
Well, some like that, but then there's, like, websites for spouses who are looking to cheat.
Yeah.
Ashley Madison, I think it is, .com.
Oh, yeah. My co-host on the country station, Ken, came across it one day. It was on one of our preps, and we talked about it. It disgusts me.
Yeah, it's a website purposely designed for spouses who are looking to cheat. Yeah.
Why would you provide the avenue for people to cheat?
I think they've been sued before. I'm not sure. Yeah. And then there's, like, then you have, like, websites based on religion, obviously, like, sexual orientation, but, like, things like, there was a dating website. I think I may have seen it on glamour.com. They talked about it. I mean, it was Huffington Post, but, it was about, how do I put it? It was a dating site aimed towards where, like, men would pay for all, like, the dates. It was interesting, like...
So men had to pay for the dates?
Well, no, I mean, like, for your first date, like, you would go out to, like, a fancy restaurant and, like, the man... Like, the whole angle of it was, like, the man was gonna, like, pay for the first date. I'm probably not explaining it very well. But it was...
So kind of like a date should be. The man pays?
Yeah, kind of. But, like, the way they were talking about it, and they had some good points where it was kind of misogynistic in the way where it was, like, it sort of sets up that dynamic on this website.
Like,
where
you are the food bearer, you are the...
Yeah, like, like, I'm gonna pay for this, like, and then what's expected, like... an exchange sort of thing. I don't know.
As in, like, I get in your pants?
Yeah, well, the website wasn't... Specific? I think it was... The intentions behind it were kind of good. They had a whole write-up on it. I can't remember it now. But the way it was, like, worded, I feel like it was kind of a slippery slope where it could almost turn into a website for, like, sugar daddies. And there's websites for that, too. It's crazy.
There's websites for sugar daddies?
Yeah,
I'm so behind the times.
You can go and, like, where you can, you're young female or whatever looking for a sugar daddy, you can post, like, your profile and, like, be connected with guys who are, well-to-do, looking for, women to spoil, and among other things. I know.
Why would you...
There's dating websites for everything.
I can see why a woman would want to be a gold digger. Okay. But as a man, it makes you feel good to know that this woman is only with you for your money and not because she's attracted to you.
Some are okay with it. I think some of it has a lot to do with, like, status. Having
I gotta have that hot wife.
Yeah, like, having that, like, hot girlfriend on your arm or whatever. And, and, like, sort of, like, flashing your money around.
It blows my mind how you can...
Yeah.
Like, what...
And it's a lot of,
There's so many complications with relationships.
Yeah. And a lot of young women who are on these websites are, like, in college, like, they're smart young women.
Yeah.
But they're looking for someone to...
Take care of them.
Take care of them. Pay for their apartment rent or, I don't know, get a new handbag or whatever. So, it's interesting. But, so moving on. I gotta bring up the other article. It might take a minute.
Oh, yeah, with the service in here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to wrap my mind, okay, because in my head, I'm so traditional. I want to meet organically. And, I'm not against online dating whatsoever, but, my uncle found love on a dating website. And and great things happens from a dating website. Dating websites. I know a few people who are on them and are having success with them. personally, I like the organic meeting and greeting and, like, you know,
when
oh, you
things
bumped into each other and it
naturally.
just happens, you know, and that spark, and that's what I got, and that's, I'm so in love with that. But to go out and look for these situations, like a husband looking to cheat on his wife.
Yeah, where it's not in your best interest, or you might hurt someone on purpose.
Yeah, and then the sugar daddy thing. What does that say about your self-worth, though?
Yeah.
How I met my boo. I met my boo. He's my sugar daddy. I met him on this online website. And he knows that I'm only with him for his money because he's fugly looking.
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I just...
Tiffany's losing faith in the world.
I am. I'm slowly losing faith in people, and...
yeah.
I mean, but power to them. They're honest.
Mm-hmm.
They're honest. I'm looking for money. I need money. I want you to pay my bills.
Yeah.
But...
yeah, I know. I know what you're saying. Like, the independent lady in you is like, no! You don't need that! Yeah. I hear ya. So I have the other article up. Now, this one's interesting.
Okay.
So if you're in a relationship, serious or not, 6 questions you would ask your guy if he had to tell the truth.
So
like,
basically, if you hooked him up to a lie detector test,
liar,
what would
liar
you ask
style.
him?
He cannot lie. So some questions, this journalist writes, what do you actually think of my mom? Yeah. Did you really pick out my Christmas present by yourself?
I already know the answer
That's
to that.
not that serious, yeah. What were you doing that night you didn't answer your phone until 2 in the morning? I would ask that question
Regardless,
yeah.
and expecting the right answer, but,
Yeah.
you know, men tend to come up with good stories.
Yeah. What really goes on at bachelor parties?
Oh, truth.
Yeah.
That's a truth.
This one I would not ask because you might not want to know the answer. If you weren't going out with me, would you ask out your secretary / coworker / classmate, whatever? That would I don't ask that because
I wouldn't want to know the answer.
that just will that will just create
Eat at you.
Yeah, like animosity and like jealousy.
It'll start like this, and you're like, oh, okay, and then it's gonna get bigger.
Yeah, exactly. Because think
Bigger.
about it. Think about it being reversed. Would you really want to admit, like, you know, oh yeah, I would totally, you know, like if I wasn't dating you, I would totally try to like hook up with my boss or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
like you just
like a slap in the face.
don't go there.
Why would you do that?
Like, if there's one thing to be said for being open and honest in a relationship, but then there's also, like,
There's something left to be unsaid.
yeah, digging for, like, trouble. And I feel like is, like, digging for an argument when you want to ask something like that. All right, and then the last one is, it's kind of funny. Do you like my favorite high-waisted jeans on me? You know?
Don't know if you want to know that answer either. What would be one question that you would want to ask personally?
I have to think about this.
Because I know I wouldn't, like, there's questions that I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Like, how many partners have you had? I'm good without knowing that. Thank you. You could keep that information.
You know
to
what I
yourself.
want to know? This might be a slippery slope, too.
Okay.
And this is, close earmuffs, children, if you're...
Hit me.
If this is delicate. What do you really think about when we're, you know...
Together.
Intimate?
What do you think of our sex life?
That or, like during the act. Like, what are you thinking about?
Oh, are you thinking about somebody else?
Yeah,
And
like...
Oh, that
just,
could be a slippery slope.
That could be a slippery slope, but that I would be interested to hear what the answer is.
That would be my question, too.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
You know?
Good one.
Yes.
I like it.
You know?
What do you think men's question would be towards women? Like, what would be something that they would want to know about us? Are we really good and bad?
Maybe.
That would probably
what
be
do you really
number
think
one.
of, you know?
My business.
Mr. Johnson. I don't know.
My business.
Yeah.
What else?
I don't know.
I would want to know. No, I don't think I would want to know that.
Yeah. Or like maybe like about someone's past.
Oh,
like
yeah.
certain things like
You would want to make sure that they're not in love with anybody.
Yeah,
anymore,
or this could go both ways, like men and women.
Agreed.
You know, do you still have feelings for that person, or
do you ever regret a relationship?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a big one.
That would be good.
I guess I would want to know if you've cheated or thought about cheating. That's a good one because that's not quite cheating.
I don't know if I'd want to know.
I don't think I would either.
Because if they didn't act on it,
there's a reason.
Because there's one thing to like think something, but then
because if I see Kevin Costner, it's over.
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
You know, it's one thing to like entertain an idea. Like, say you're, like, having issues in your relationship, and then
you're like,
just, like...
he's good looking, wonder what that would be like.
Yeah, you know, if I had just gone out with this person, I wouldn't be having this problem. You know, because there's a difference,
fair point.
Than, like, acting on it.
Fair point.
Yeah.
So I guess just want to know if you've ever cheated.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
And don't be sneaky. You know, we were talking about that. You don't have to cheat to be cheating. Deleting once you're hiding things.
Yeah, that's true. If you're... purposefully like
deleting messages,
like something for me that I don't like personally is when say they're like hanging out with someone and they don't tell you, or like they're with how do I put it,
they're with a group of people
and they say, oh, I'm just hanging out with this one person, like they're purposefully not telling you they're hanging out with someone else, even if it's like innocent. That to me that's a big red flag.
Ditto.
And I don't like that.
I agree.
It's like, why wouldn't you tell me like something if it's not a big deal? Mm-hmm. For me, yeah.
I would have to agree. Something for me too is being too vague about when you're talking about something.
Yeah.
Like your day. Ask how your day. Oh, I just did this.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I asked you for a reason I want to know.
Yeah. It's time to report.
Not like that,
no,
but
no,
I'm like, I want to know what did you do? Did you have a good day? Did you have fun? Did you try anything new today? Oh, no.
Yeah, I read,
I hated that. I used to hate that all the time.
Yeah, giving a vague answer. I actually read an article one time, and it was like a marriage therapist, I think, and they were like, one of the biggest things you can do to, like, keep yourself from, like, resenting other people and staying connected is asking each other, how was your day? Mm-hmm. And, like, genuinely wanting to hear about, like, what happened.
I try to, at least every day. I'm like, like, hey, how's your day? Are you okay? You having a good time? You being a productive member of society?
Yeah. How often do you and your boyfriend see each other?
Pretty much every day.
Yeah.
We not for very long, though, because the way our schedules are. And actually, we could talk about this. This was one of our big arguments, one of our first like fights, because it's just the way men and women are just wired differently. They don't think about it.
I would agree with that.
This is in the morning. I wake up. I'm up at work at 5. I'm at work by 5. I'm done at 1. Mm-hmm. I go to the gym until 3, but he works from 11 to 7 overnight, so he sleeps until about 3-4 o'clock. So between 5 and the time he goes to work is what we have together. Mm-hmm. So every time
you live pretty close to each other too.
Waterloo, Seneca Falls. Yeah. So I always like, I want to get in as much time with you as I possibly can, because we don't get a lot of time together. So I want to take advantage of the time that we do have, and we especially don't get to spend nights together because he works overnight. Yeah. So he gets a night or 2 off a week, and I'm like, I want you to cuddle. I love cuddling. I want that cuddling.
You guys have like opposite schedules. That kind of sucks.
Completely opposite schedules. So those 2 nights, I'm thinking in my head, all right, I get to cuddle. I'm so excited. I get to cuddle. So excited. Because it's like a safety thing. I like having him right there and like rolling over and being like, oh, there he is.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So there was one night that he was supposed to come over. He was out for drinks with friends, and he was supposed to come over, and he came up with something, and for some reason I figured he wasn't coming over. I was like, I have a feeling he doesn't want to come
sometimes
over.
You get that. You're like you just...
It ain't happening.
That intuition sort of thing, yeah.
And, I didn't want to keep him from going out, but he knew I had to wake up early, so I was like, I'll leave the door unlocked. You come over when you're done, and I'll get to cuddle. Yeah. Never came. Mm-hmm. So I had a problem with this.
Yeah.
Call him up. Where are you at?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
I was not happy.
Yeah.
But he goes, well, I was trying to be considerate. I was trying to let you sleep. I'm thinking, no, I wanted to go.
I want you here.
I said I wanted you here. I wanted you here.
Yeah.
It was just an expectation thing, like where, I forget where I'm going with this story.
Okay, that's all right. We were just talking about, like, how often, like, you see your significant other.
When I like, men are just different. Like, I think, oh, this is the time we have together. I'm going to make sure I have nothing during that time so that I can see him. I want to see him. I want him in my life.
You make it, like, a priority.
Yes.
Like, make that quality time.
Men, much. Not so much their thing.
Sometimes, yeah.
But especially in a new relationship, like, that, like, down the road, if we're living together, oh, no, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going to see you.
Yeah.
I know where you sleep.
I'm going to see you regardless, yeah. Yeah.
But when you're not living together, you want to take advantage of the time that you don't have. And he's actually really good with the communication. He's better at communication than I am. Another one of our arguments.
Yeah.
I have a hard time expressing myself as much. About my feelings.
Yeah. Yeah, we've talked about that before. I like the way you said that, though.
But it's just the way men and women. He's like, I didn't even think about it. Thought I was being, I'm like, phooey.
Yeah.
No, I wanted, like, I have expectations. This is what I was expecting. You failed to comply. Meh.
Yeah. And that's the thing, too. Like, sometimes we don't, like, tell them, oh, I really want you to come over because I missed you. Yeah, I just saw you yesterday, but I still miss you. But, as sometimes, like, and I'm totally guilty of this, like, you, like, silently, like, it's like, I expect you to be here, but then you don't, like, say it for fear of being, like, clingy or, like, you don't want to look yeah, clingy is the best way to put it.
Best way.
But then you get mad that they don't come over, but you didn't tell them you wanted them to come over.
And you're like, you're fine, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's one of those, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's not fine. It's never fine.
Yeah. My boyfriend and I, we see each other, we don't live with each other. We've been dating for 2.5 years. I would say probably 3 times a week at the most, maybe. And people are always, like, shocked when they hear that but I kind of like it. I mean, it's good. I do wish I could spend more time with him, but our schedule, I work full time, he's in school full time, but we spend, like, the entire weekend with each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From, like, Friday night to, like, Sunday morning or, like, Sunday afternoon. Like, we're together most of the time. When he has school, it's a little less because, and then we see each other, like, a couple times during the week, but actually we are working out with each other now, so it's probably going to be more times. Yeah. Like, I'll go over after work to his house, but I mean, it's good because like, it gives you that space to kind of miss them a little bit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's good. But I think we're definitely getting to the point where it's like, all right, I want to see you, like, all the time. And I think that's a good sign, too. Like, when you've been with someone this long and you're like,
you want to see them more?
I can't get enough of you,
Yep. I think we go through phases in relationships because and that's what is a true tale. Like, in the beginning, you want to be down each other's throats all the time. Oh, yeah. Constantly with each other.
You have those, like, hormones going and,
And, like, it's fresh, it's new, it's fun, it's exciting. Then it drops off. You're like, all right, I'll see you.
It starts to get real, like, sort of.
But then, after that, and you want to see each other, that's a good sign. I'm just saying, I'm in that. I'm going to see you all the time. But, like, I get as soon as I know, it's like that Sunday night feeling when you have to go to school Monday morning.
Yep.
Or you have to go to work Monday morning. You're like, oh, no.
Yeah.
You have to leave that person.
Yeah, because you have to do things to, like, get ready for the week.
And what I do is I just grab and I don't let go.
Aww.
I'm like, I don't want to go. Don't make me.
Yeah.
You can't make me. I do that. I'm such a sucker. I'm such a little kid about it.
Yeah.
I'm a baby.
I've always been, like, afraid in relationships of appearing too clingy. It's like a thing I have. Like, because maybe it's, like, past relationships or wherever where, like, I wasn't secure in the relationship, so it was, like, I need to, be around you all the time so you're not doing anything bad, sort of thing.
Oh, there's like a...
You know what I mean?
Trust issues.
Yeah, and then, like, and then I was, like, accused of being, like, clingy and stuff, and then, and then, I could tell you some horror stories about past relationships, but, like, now I feel like I almost have this, like, I feel like, I texted him too many times. Like, I don't want to appear clingy.
I do the same thing. With, like, texting being overbearing. I want to text and be like, what are you doing right now?
Yeah.
How are you? I'm thinking about you, but I do the same. But when I'm with him and I don't want to leave him, I make it known.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave you.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. There's a certain amount of texting. I don't think you should text each other all day. I don't think you should see each other all day, every day. I think that'd be detrimental to your relationship.
Yeah, I do too.
Couples need their spaces apart.
Yep.
You need your time apart. You need to do your separate things with your guy friends, with your girlfriends. Yeah. Sometimes bring the groups together, but make it a group thing. And then you get your own alone time.
Yeah.
But if you see each other all day, every day, and then you're texting each other all day, every day.
It's too much.
Because I tell you what, my favorite time is, like, when I'm not expecting a message and I get a message.
And then you get one, or like you haven't looked at your phone all day and you have a message and you're like, yay! Yeah.
I get butterflies, I get goosies, and I get excited.
Yeah, it is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The surprise is like, I'm just thinking about you.
Yeah. It's like in my relationship, there's some days where like we'll be texting all day. Just because, like, we have stuff to talk about. Mm-hmm. And then there's some days where it's, like, you say good morning, and then you don't talk to them again until, like, 9 o'clock at night. Mm-hmm. It just it kind of depends on the day, really.
When I'm talking about talking all day is when it's like, hey, how are you doing? No, how are you doing? I like you more. What are you doing?
Oh, my gosh.
Messages.
There was a couple, this reminds me, when I was an undergrad, there was this couple, I think they were the year ahead of me, and they literally... whenever they were in public with each other, I swear to God, they probably shared the same dorm room. They were always together, and they were always touching each other in some way, either holding hands or, like, he was, like, touching her back, or, like, which might seem sweet, but it was literally...
It sounds possessive.
All the time. And it used to bug me, because I'd be like, stop holding hands. Be normal. Like, just
hate each other every once in a while.
Don't touch each other once in a while. And I don't... Because to me, I think the reason why it bothered me so much is I know that would bother me. You know what I mean? Like, I like holding, I like PDA, but it's like, can I, like, walk down the hall without you, like, having to hold my hand? Like, sort of thing? I don't know.
I have to agree. There's a limit.
Yeah.
There's a limit.
They were, like, the extreme.
All the time?
All the time. Like, I'm not even kidding. Probably every single time
It doesn't sound sweet as much as it sounds possessive.
Yeah.
Like... this is mine.
Yeah.
Controlling, like, I have to make sure that everybody around here knows that.
Yeah.
There's a point where that's sweet and it's cute and there's, like, it's sentimental for a little while. But if you go above and beyond, like you're saying, constantly, all the time, every day, every time you see them, you never see them apart kind of thing. It's a little
and maybe they liked it. I don't know. They seemed happy. I really didn't know them. I just always noticed them because they were always like that. There. Yeah, I just think maybe personally it's not my style.
It's not my style.
Yeah. Not that I don't like holding hands.
Oh, no.
But, like, it just, I don't know.
Like, if you're constant. Out at a bar and you're having a good time and he has his hand gently on your back a little bit. Not the whole night, like, constantly, I'm going to... on me, be on me the whole night. Yeah. But, like, if you're standing next to each other for a little while and he does that, that's cute. But it's not, like, constantly, like... on you, that would annoy the crap out of me. Annoy me so much. Space.
Yeah. Exactly.
We're so finicky. We're like, oh, I'm clingy, I want
you. You need to text me back whenever I text you immediately. But don't hold my hand 24/7. Women are complicated.
Like that. Why are we so complicated? I am like that. I'll text and then, maybe he'll be sleeping or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, I'll check my phone and be like,
yeah. I hate that. I hate that when you check it like every 5 minutes. Yeah.
10 minutes has gone by. 20 minutes!
And then they text you back, and you're like, I am not answering back for at least 15 minutes. And then, like, 2 minutes later, you're like,
I've done that.
Guilty. Yeah.
Guilty.
Yeah, I'm sure we're not the only ones who have done
Oh,
this.
my word. I have done this. Oh, it
Meanwhile,
took
they may have been, like, legitimately, like,
doing
busy.
something. Taking a shower, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, he waited 10 minutes. I'm going to wait 20.
Yeah.
Let him think about what I'm doing.
Oh, my God.
So true. So true, though. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm so hysterical. We're
I know.
crazy.
I would just say we're crazy. I'm going to use the C word. We're crazy.
Crazy? I mean, there's nothing to it, but you got to call it ourselves because we're guilty.
Yeah.
Come on.
Totally
That is,
guilty.
it's completely irrational, completely insane, but absolutely hysterical, and we knowingly do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be crazy right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been 10 minutes.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. What is this mother doing? What does he think he's doing? You have a whole conversation in your head. You have, like, you create all these scenarios.
Oh, it's the worst.
I bet he's talking to so-and-so.
Yeah.
And I bet he's probably texting so-and-so back.
Yeah. Or on Facebook. I swear to God, Facebook is like the destroyer
It's the
of
devil.
relationships, if you let it.
It's the devil.
Like, who is this? Saying,
on your wall!
Yeah. Saying, thanks for letting me borrow your textbook or something. You know?
Oh, but then you got the girls that be trying to make problems like that.
Oh, yeah.
And do things like the guy will just really nonchalantly do something like, here's the pen, here, take
Yeah,
my frickin'
yeah,
pencil.
and then they read into it.
And then they'll post it on you. Oh my God, you're so sweet to take me to
Yeah. And
For
you're
your
like, and you're like, who's this bitch?
You're like, listen, you homewrecker.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
I got my eye. Yeah.
I'll be seeing you.
Yeah. You know what my stance is on that? Because, like, sometimes, like, with Facebook, like, if you read too much, like, it can, like, make those, like, jealous feelings, and you get all, like, and they just eat you up. Like, I'd say in the past couple of years, especially with this relationship, because I have been cheated on in the past.
Ditto.
So I have trust issues. I do.
A little bit.
And I'm working on them.
Yep.
But, I'm at the point where it's like, you know, if he would never cheat. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think
You know
he's
that
type of
logically,
person.
but it doesn't keep your mind from wandering.
Exactly. But, like, when I see something like that, or just something that, like, might trigger me or trigger those feelings, I have to be like, you know what? Let him have the opportunity. Let him, you know, if he, you know, falls for that sort of bait or wants to go down that avenue, fine. You know, better I find out now than later.
That's very true. That's a very mature way to think about this. Who are you?
I try to. It doesn't always work. I
try.
I got that piece of advice from a friend once, and it's good. And she was like, because I was telling her about and it was some scenario that really wasn't that big of a deal, but I was like blowing it up. And she's like,
on my wall, and
yeah, and she's like, you know what? Let him have that opportunity. Like, let him
test it.
You know, and let him prove himself. Where it's like, you know, he either does it or he does or doesn't, you know?
It's very true.
You know, and if he does, I'm always very open about that. I'm like, see ya. You know, not to say it wouldn't hurt, but...
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah. I'm not someone who's I'm not okay with that.
Me either.
You know?
Have you... Oh, just thinking about that texting thing we were just talking about. Have you ever gotten mad? I've done this twice. And I'm like, all right, it's really not that big a deal, because what I had to say wasn't that big a deal. And I let it go. I didn't even say anything. But you send a text message or you call them.
Yeah.
And you're on Facebook and all of a sudden in the right side it said so-and-so likes or so-and-so wrote on so-and-so's wall.
Yeah.
Like he commented on a picture.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, he didn't. He commented on this picture before texting me back? No!
I know you're there.
I know you're on your phone.
Yeah.
Write me back. I've done that. I've done that twice. Where I've gotten like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And
I can't think of any, like, I'm sure I have. I can't think of anything that stands out, like, in my mind right now.
I think it's funny.
Yeah.
It was immediately after, like...
I wonder if, like, guys have, like, these, like, sort of...
Thoughts?
Thoughts, yes. I want to know.
Or actions? That's
know.
what we gotta ask when we
know.
stick our boyfriends to a lie detector test.
Know.
That's not crazy.
Like, what, like, you know, like, things that seem insignificant and that are totally innocent that we do. What triggers that, like, you know, crazy
that emotion out of a guy?
Yeah, I want to know.
Oop, I didn't mean to do that.
What is happening?
I did not mean to do that.
I want to know. And I'm sure it's different for everyone.
I'm going to have to ask.
But
I'm gonna ask that tonight.
Yeah?
I'm gonna ask that, and I will bring it back.
Report back
Next week when we come back for
I'm
our
interested.
show, because I'm very curious just to know that as well. Like based on like the little things that men do that trigger our emotions.
Yeah.
From jealousy to like
acting irrationally.
Yeah,
having that irrational like response.
Freak out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because men,
I feel like
hide
they do
it so much better.
Yeah, I think they do feel it, but they're like socially, it's not as acceptable
for them to
like
freak out.
Be like, oh hell no, you know, not like freak out.
Because women be crazy.
Yeah, you know.
I hate the C word, but we be crazy, so it's now more of like socially acceptable for us to be like, oh no,
yeah. Well,
no, he didn't.
Yeah, it's more acceptable for us to be emotive like that.
Yes.
Like it's okay for us to be upset about that. If you know what I mean.
Or to be more vocal about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Men aren't as vocal. That's a good question. I'm going to ask that. I am going to have to ask that. I'm going to get it from more than one source. I think I'm going to get like...
Do some like anthropological research.
Yeah. Coworkers. I'm going to get it from... Find out what I do maybe. This could be healthy for my relationship. I'll ask.
Could be.
Or it could blow up in my face.
Yeah, but to say or it could go horribly wrong.
And I could hear a whole lot of stuff that I don't want to
hear.
But I'll try it anyway. It's worth a shot.
Yeah.
And then I'll ask a few people at work. I'll ask some friends, see what we can come up with.
Yeah.
I'll put it on Facebook, too. That's a good one.
Yeah.
See if I can get some comments.
Should.
Put it on Facebook and see what we can get from it.
What makes you, what does your significant other do that, like, makes you feel irrationally like, jealous or angry or, I don't know.
Sparks
when
that.
It's really, in like, when you take it out of context, it's really not that big of a deal.
Really not.
You know?
Like, there's, in previous relationships, there was times, and this is because there's serious trust issues in the relationship, where I would feel like this overwhelming anger because he's talking to a mutual friend of ours, and like at a party or whatever. I'm like,
yeah.
But I know that there's nothing there.
Yeah.
But it was because of that trust issue.
Yeah. Yeah, because it really has to do with, like, our own insecurities. It
really does.
And it's us projecting it onto them is and really what it is.
Probably we'll go 60% of the time don't deserve it.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
But that's a good point. I'm going to ask that. We'll report back next week. If you guys have any thoughts or insights, let us know on Facebook, Like to Like Girls. You can also email me at tiffany@fingerlakes1.com. Or go to Mandy's. Well, why don't you create a blog? What did you a blog?
It is. I had to think of it for a second. This crazy good life.wordpress.com. I need to work on getting the
Maybe we can. Is there a way to get comments or anything on? You can comment.
You can. Yeah, you can comment on any blog post or anything.
Yeah. So that's a way to do it too. Yeah. Check out her blog. It's brand new.
I get like alerts to my phone. So
really?
Yeah. If anyone like posts or like does anything,
stuff
comments
is crazy.
Or something, so I see it. Yeah.
Get everything on your phone now. This is why we live into the smartphone.
I know. This is why
it's like we're always
permanently.
Attached.
Yeah.
Every 5 seconds, I'm like,
yeah.
Email? Nope. Okay. Facebook update? Nope. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's 6:49. That's our show for today. We'll be back next week at 6 o'clock. Wow.
6 o'clock.
We've done this for how long?
I know. Over a year now.
Awkward. Yeah, we'll be back next week with the Lake to Lake Girls. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you again next time. Everybody have a good week and stay warm.
Yeah.
Try to with this weather. Who knows?
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.